Woman cuts off her hair after 20 years. She's never worn makeup since she got married. But on the day of her divorce she puts on a beautiful makeup. She decided to live for herself from this day on. She wants to be something that her ex-husband can't afford to be. And the reason why the woman changed so much started yesterday. Yesterday she prepared breakfast for her son early in the morning. However, her son was very disgusted. It turns out that her son thinks that her cleaning job makes him look bad in front of his classmates. He even said that he was disgusted by the food prepared by the woman's hands that scrub toilets every day. Her son's words pierced her heart like a knife. But then her husband presented her with divorce papers. Because the man's company is now public, he felt that his wife, a cleaning lady, was only a drag on him. He needs a wife who can help him in his business, not a wife who can only cook. However, the man never dreamt that his wife was the richest woman in the world. For the sake of love, the woman defied her father's opposition. She voluntarily gave up the life of a rich family to marry a man and live an ordinary life. In order to take care of her husband's feelings, she hides her identity as a rich girl, but she always supports her husband behind his back. In order to support her husband, she even secretly handed over her father's company's business to the man. And that's how the man got to where he is today. But what the woman didn't realize was that the first thing her husband did after he became successful was to abandon her. The son learnt of his parents' divorce. Instead of caring about his mother, he was more worried about whether she would take his father's property. The man didn't realize that his son was even more of a bastard than he was. On the other hand, the woman was directly hospitalized due to the successive blows. Unexpectedly, she found out that she had cancer. Her girlfriend saw her living in such a pitiful state and urged her to leave the family. Let her go back to being the richest woman in the world, so that she can better cure the cancer. At night, the woman came home to tell her husband who she really was, but she was surprised to hear that her husband already had another woman. Only then did the woman realize that her husband had already had an affair. The woman had lost her heart to him. She decided to live her life to the fullest, so she cut off her long hair. The next moment, she turned from a housewife into a beautiful woman. She went back to her family and became the daughter of a group of companies. On her first day at work, she bumped into her ex-husband and his new girlfriend who came here for cooperation. However, the man's new girlfriend humiliated her immediately after seeing her.